This month we've gotten a lot of new fragrances, and this week I've worn about 4 to 5 brand new fragrances. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? My name's Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about at least 3 new releases, and this is a part of the fragrances I wore this week. 7 fragrances. Every single day I wear something new. And today we're going to start off with one of the newest releases called Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. And this is something that honestly smells niche. It's not going to be the most mass appealing scent profile, and this is basically their new take on the whole devotion. And rather than it being a feminine fragrance or marketed for women, this one's going to be Pour Homme. So the original fragrance in itself smells like a lemon pound cake, and I think it's edible. It smells very sexy. So if you like citruses, cakey vibes, vanilla, etc., you should check that one out. And gentlemen, I mean, even you could potentially rock that one as well. So with this bottle in itself, it does look pretty damn close to the original Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme, except this one obviously has a little bit more of a rugged look, especially when you're looking at the cap. The plaque on the front still, I would say, is relatively unisex, but then it kind of goes into the heart territory, carrying on something that's true from the original. This fragrance is all about coffee and patchouli, and it's this rugged and almost rough style of coffee, but I love it, and it's very addicting. At first impression, I was confused. I didn't know if I liked it or hated it, but then after some time and while wearing it, I fell in love with it. And that in itself, the unusual DNA done at such a high quality, is not something that we are usually, finding with designer scents. So hats off to Dolce for going into something more polarizing and testy. If you guys remember the era of Thierry Mugler fragrances, and if you don't, Thierry Mugler of the Angel Man lineup had pure coffee, pure tonka, pure malt. They were very testy, but it came out during an era where people didn't really appreciate testy. Nowadays, we're all about the fragrances that are more testy, more challenging, while still appreciating some of their blues. This, coming from Dolce, is outstanding. This, being in a designer, or the more affordable line, I should say, not in their, higher end exclusive line, is also amazing. I think this is fantastic. It's not mass appealing nor blind buy safe, but if you're gonna go and smell this, you should definitely spray this on. And if you're wearing it during warm weather, no more than 3 sprays. If you're wearing it during the colder weather, about 6 to 7 sprays tops. Fantastic, also lasts all day. It smells like gourmet coffee, and more specifically, it has like a little bit of a bite, which reminds me of Kopi Luwak. Look it up, we'll put it up on the screen, and that's the animal that's involved right there on the screen. But that's it. Still smells amazing. So for this one, excellent wearing. I really appreciated it. If you like niche, you should definitely get your nose on this one. I mean, I don't want to say I give it a 10 out of 10, but I give it a 10 out of 10. I love it. And it's slowly climbed up the rankings because I crave it now. I find myself sniffing it and I'm just like, damn, I wish I could wear this today. So there you go. Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. It's a 10. Next one I rocked was Stronger With You Parfum by Emporio Armani. And this is a very rich scent profile, and it kind of takes the original DNA and emphasizes its base and what it already originally does, but it also couples it with an additional note of honeyed mandarin. So you get this molasses style of vibe on the already sweetened type of chestnut and vanilla DNA, and that smoke in the base is also enhanced. It doesn't list it for the note breakdown for this one, but if you go look at the notes for the original fragrance, it does absolutely have some smoke in there, and you can sense it in this one. And the smoke mixing with some of that increased lavender that's frothy and foamy, and some peppers, it really makes it smell almost tarry or ink-like in the beginning. It's very strange, but also smoky. Very strong, very intense, and sweet because it's coupling it with that sweet and mandarin. I didn't really enjoy wearing this one. The beginning, the opening of it was a turn off for me, and then the rest of the fragrance was just mid. It was okay. It smelled like a louder version, yes, but there were still aspects of the louder version I didn't appreciate. So I don't care if it's loud, like if it's loud and not good, what's the point, right? The performance for this one was also about 8 to 9 hours. I don't think it's a must-have. I don't think it's blind buy safe either, and the original one is still much better in my opinion. Intensely and the Absolutely will top that one as well. So this fragrance made me crave the Stronger With You Intensely DNA, except this one is even better for me. It's called Zena's Hypnotic Amber, and this has chestnut, vanilla, toffee, some peppers, davana, and also lesser dose of cinnamon. It seems like this one increases that herbal green kick from that herbal nuanced davana, that is, and tones down some of the spicy cinnamon, making it more projecting, making it more easy to wear, and also that toffee vibe is a lot richer. This is incredible, and it's beastly stuff. 4 sprays of this, and it'll last the entire day, even on skin. Underrated. Nobody's really talking about this one, but it's a banger. It's called Zena's Hypnotic Amber. If you like Stronger With You Intensely, I like that one even more. The next one is a $400 fragrance for 1.7 ounce. It is an extrait, and there's a lot of attention paid to details like the caps, etc. But I don't know about you guys, but for me to cough up this $400 or justify it, I should say, it should definitely take a lot. Now, this fragrance does have a lot though. It has this angel share DNA that's done with a twist. It's a little bit lighter, less syrupy sweet, and less towards the holiday candle, and includes a pretty decent dose of raspberry and rose, making it more delicate, more diffusive, and a lot more projecting as well. The longevity for this is monstrous. Even on skin, it'll last about 8 to 9 hours on skin. And the projection on skin was about 3 hours, so it smells really damn nice. I will say that it tones down some of the sweetness, and including some oak moss absolute, which does leave way for it to shine a little bit more on the wood, hence the cap and the focus on the whole oak barrel look, right? And so with that being said, oak moss is also a note that's found in apple brandy. It has a similar vibe as it starts to dry down. I get this apple brandy vibe and even the old fashioned, the resinous and balsamic nuance. This is an excellent fragrance. I mean, the scent profile in itself is like a 9.8, but because of the price tag and stuff, man, it does kind of hurt. $400 for a 1.7 ounce and it's sold out. It is incredible, but the price is still definitely a factor. Let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, is there a certain threshold or is that just bonkers, just absolutely crazy? I mean, for me, I would still buy it again. Truth be told, I'd buy it again. Not because of the fact that also I'm a reviewer, but also my collection, that's one. And number two, I have a taste for quality. So yeah, I love cheapies and dupes and all that stuff. But when I see quality in my face, if I have the money, I'll buy it. If I don't have the money, I wouldn't. That's a different story in terms of recommendations. If you're out there and you're like, you know, waiting for like 3 checks or 2 checks to come by just to buy this, I'll tell you, pass, man. You can find something else. You don't need this one. It does smell incredible, but it really depends on your situation. I mean, needless to say, but believe it or not, some people actually need to hear that. So moving on, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Moving on to the next one, this is called Louis Vuitton's Meteor. And the only reason I rocked this one, and it didn't come in this bottle, it was because I forgot a fragrance and I was in my car, and I'm sure you guys know what that feels like. You get in your car and you're like, oh shit, how am I naked right now? Not clothing wise, but a fragrance. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're naked. And so I had a 10 ml sample of this just sitting in my glove box and I rocked it. And Meteor, I'm gonna say this again, man. It's basic, it's simple, it's good, but it's not worth the price tag. This stuff smells like Azzaro Chrome. Plain and simple, man. The opening has a little bit more citrus. It does smell better quality, but I mean, you're talking about a fragrance that's been done for like 30 bucks, 35 bucks, and it smells like it. This is more potent. It's way better quality. It's much better in all those aspects, yes, but still think about it. Like, it's still, I don't know, man. It is what it is. This is one where I would not recommend. It does smell good. It's got this classic citrus and musk vibe to it. Nothing crazy and something aromatic that just cuts through a little bit. It smells like dad at the gym. It does. It smells like dad at the gym. Like, there's no way around it, bro. I guess you just like smelling like dad at the gym. Like sweaty nut sacks and citrus. I mean, it's good. It works. The ladies love the sweaty nut sacks and citrus smell, apparently, because they like this fragrance as well. So moving on to the next one. This is called I'm just messing. It actually smells good, okay? But check out Azzaro Chrome if you're on a budget for that one. This is called Lionheart Man, and it's the Club de Nuit version from Armaf. This is one of the last ones that I wore that week because I was doing the Le Male Elixir Clone War, and this is the closest one, you guys. Plain and simple. It's so clean. It's incredible in terms of how far they've come with their improvements. Virtually no alcohol. It wears relatively light, but still lasts long. And that combination together, light but long lasting, usually indicates higher quality of fragrance oils, and that's what this one smells like. It also lasts pretty much the entire day. The last day of this week, I wanted to wear something that I actually wanted to wear, and this is the best ombre leather. It's honestly, it blows my mind how I didn't make a full review on this for so long. I thought I did. I just get so many fragrances, I don't realize which ones I didn't go over. This one is called Tom Ford's Eau de Ombre Leather, and to this day, it's one of the best ones. If you want a suede and vanilla fragrance that you can wear all year round, this is it. It works in the summer, the spring, the fall, the winter, every single occasion. This is like the signature scent for the man who's just like exudes sexiness and just exudes freaking mysterious, but also sweet at the same time. One of the sexiest signature scents if you don't care about, you know, wearing citrus in the summer. No, you can wear this all year round. I don't care what anybody says. It's got zingy ginger at the top that keeps things live and fresh. It also has that cardamom, mysterious and sexy. And as this one starts to dry down, you do get leather and vanilla, but it is enhanced and it does sparkle off a little bit more, making it more diffusive and less suffocating because of the combination of the ambrofix, the ambroxan, and that coriander. So a suede nubuck style of scent with a little bit of this zingy ginger kick, along with that spiced cardamom and sex appeal and factor. The other reason that this one is going to do okay for any season is because of the concentration. It's an eau de toilette. It's relatively light, so you might get 8 to 12% oil in this one, and so just by default, it's not going to be suffocating unless you spray the same spot multiple times, where then obviously it's 8%, 8%, 8%, and you turn it into like a parfum basically. But aside from that, if you're spreading it around where you're getting 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, you should be fine in rocking this in every season. I actually rocked this one when it first came out. I think it was around 60 degrees and it was magical. And the performance for this is also the same, considering that it's an eau de toilette. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are fragrances that you definitely should know about. And this week was actually pretty heavy. I will say that I'll probably put like the clickbaitiest clickbait title because this is a video you definitely don't want to miss. These fragrances are bangers. And if I had to admit, like, like the best ones on this list in terms of like my overall, there's too many. I can't just narrow it down to one. Like honestly, the only two in this list that weren't like damn near 10s are these two. I would not place these as 10s. This is a 10, this is almost a 10, definitely a 10, this is a 10, and this is like an 8.75. I just don't like Lamal Elixir that much, but that's it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Neep. Thank you for tuning back into Aromatics, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.